Welcome to our podcast, Learn Biblical Greek, brought to you by Dr. William Stewart, the co-founder of Telios. This captivating podcast teaches you biblical Greek through a verse-by-verse study of the book of Ephesians, interjecting Greek grammar, Greek word meanings, and vital theology concepts. Thanks for joining us on this exciting biblical journey. Your study will be more effective if you use the Greek text with the Bible word codes, either on the eSword download or Bible Hub website. These links are on our podcast website at www.teliosresearch.com.
Hi, I'm William Stewart, co-founder of Telios. Welcome to this podcast on learning Greek. We're in verse 4, chapter 1 of Ephesians. Congratulations for making it this far. As I say every time, persistence, patience, the points that I'm demonstrating here with each word will be repeated over and over and over. So no worries, you will learn it. So hang with me in the meantime. Excuse me. Hopefully you're having some fun. Hopefully you're building competence and confidence in your knowledge of God and of Scripture. And as we use the Greek to discover some major theological concepts, deepen what we know about God through the theology and the Greek itself. So we're in the second half of the verse today, and we will start with the word enai. Hopefully you have your eSword open or Bible Hub and at the passage itself, E-I-N-A-I. This is an infinitive. This is the form of the verb that is not specific in English to go, to be, as it means here, just simply to be. In German, zu sein, taking in a similar form with the to out in front of it. In Greek, it doesn't need that. Next word is umas again. This, once again, is us in the accusative, something acting on us. So it's, remember for, if you look at your grammar under the pronouns, emen is the nominative, emon, that omega n ending for genitive plural, and emen, in ending for the dative, and this is the accusative. Agios. So this is the accusative in the masculine, that O-U-S ending, accusative plural. And so for the genitive, remember it's, again, that omega n, the dative O-I-N, and then O-U-N for the direct object accusative, holy. So again, we are, for those who have been born again by faith alone in the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, we are separated, the root meaning of this word, and holy before God. And kai, remember it's not declinable, just means and joining two similar thoughts or conjoined thoughts. Amomus, blameless, again, there's that O-U-S accusative plural masculine ending. Katanopion. So this is before. It's an adverb technically. It seems to act as a preposition, however, to be in front of. Every time it's used in the New Testament, about 6 times, it takes the genitive, and it does here too. Alpto, so he, she, it, that OU masculine singular genitive ending. It looks a lot like of in the English, OF, but it's OU. Remember, those endings are like prepositions at the end of the word, giving direction for the nouns. In, there's that preposition again, the most common top one in Scripture. En, usually translated in, takes the dative for being at something, agape, in love. So this is a feminine word. The famous word agape, love. This is first declension, that eta or the alpha, A-looking letters like Italian or Spanish indicate the feminine. And this is the other endings for the feminine singular R for the nominative, the subject case, the A, AS for the genitive, again, the A for the dative, as we've seen here, and then AN for the direct object case, the accusative. Okay, we've ended into this great verse, the first verse talking about the blessings of God in this great passage from verse 4 to 14. We've found that we are chosen, a quote, before the foundation of the world by God's will to preserve us to salvation, that we would be holy and blameless before him. We've found that he did this because he had to save anybody, because left to our own resources, depraved, sinful man would have all turned away. Romans 3, verses 10 to 12. So God had to choose us. He did this. Salvation is all his work. Romans 8, 28 to 30. Thanks be to God. He did this all with an attitude of love. He wasn't trying to exclude anybody. He had to choose some so some would be saved and represent him on earth, and it was out of a giving love, agape love. Thanks for joining me today. I'm so excited you're learning Greek with me. Come again, we'll start verse 5 next time. I look forward to seeing you then.